And we'd walk along the prom later on in the afternoon and then going back home again. Very quiet going back home, very quiet. But no, they were great days.
Oh, we used to go to swimming baths, the outdoor swimming baths. That was brilliant. You really spent hours in there if you could.
When I was courting and, you know, when I was married, I couldn't go to New Brighton on the boat. I had to go to Seacombe and walk along the prom to New Brighton because my wife couldn't go to New Brighton on the boat. She used to be seasick.
Keith Medley was a Merseyside photographer and he took portrait photography day to day, but he also took a lot of photographs across Merseyside. So you've got lovely social history kind of shots, like people going for days out on the beach and the new Miss New Brighton contest. So it really does give a really nice snapshot, and it's great for the general public as well in provoking their memories, and it's a really good way to connect to the past.
Oh dear, they were great days. The holidays would be on and Mum would say, not that next week, the week after, we'll go to New Brighton for the day. Well, that was just heaven, you know, and we'd behave ourselves. We were good for a week. And then we'd go, Mum would make sandwiches, and we'd go down to the pier head on the tram, onto the landing stage, and seeing that boat coming in. It was like a line when you think of it, and then going on the top deck and going over to New Brighton. And Dad would go to one of the little shops and get a pot of tea, and we'd have the lunch on the beach, and Mum would have knitted us bathing costumes. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. And then you'd go in the water and the whole thing could drop, you know. And oh, they were great days. And then in the afternoon we had sixpence, and we'd go along to the shops to have a look. And I don't know why, but I bought a little pair of binoculars for sixpence, and I've still got them.
Well, I used to go there when I was a teenager. All the lads used to go there. Sometimes we were skint, so we'd go across to Seacombe and then walk up to New Brighton, which is a regular thing to do. And we'd go into the tower and have a few drinks. And from there we go into the ballroom. Girls over there, fellas over there. And when the music started up, we used to go across that to get to dance. And that was a procedure. We used to have a fine time.
We'd get a big gang of kids where we lived, and we'd all get our jam butties and a bottle of water with lemonade powder in it. And then we'd all trip off to New Brighton. But we had no money in those days. Then sometimes we'd take my special friend with us, and I used to say to her, do you know what, Mary? When I leave school and I get a job, the first thing I'm going to do is come to New Brighton and spend all my pocket money on it. Which we did.
We used to go on the beach with my mother and my grandmother, and we used to go on donkey rides, and we used to have sand pies, we used to have fun, we used to have loads and loads of fun. Then we go on the fair, and Grandma put us on the fair, and then we go all around the little cafes and have an ice cream and have a drink. God, yeah, loads of memories. My favourite was the indoor slot machines. I just loved the indoor slot machines. My grandma used to give me a big handful of pennies, and we'd go in and I'd spend nearly all day there.
We just used to go to the fair. My mum worked on it. She was mostly on the ducks. We used to call it the ducks. Put the balls down the duck's mouth and they fell in numbers, and you'd win prizes. But we used to go over, me and my brothers, my sister, and we'd go on, and we'd be winning all the prizes, you know, and my ma would be giving us the prizes, and we'd go away. When she got what they called a pitch on, then people would get on because they'd see you winning. So and then we'd have to go, and then when they'd all gone, we'd go back and give it the prizes back.
Ice cream was my main thing. I love ice cream. I've always loved ice cream, and I still do. That was the main. I always loved to go there. That's one of the first things I think I ever got when I went there. I always got an ice cream. I don't know about whether I really like the beach, because what you used to take your sandwiches. We ended up calling them sand sandwiches because the sand would blow into the sandwiches as you were eating it. You know, so but it's all added to the fun of the day out. And then you'd go to there was a little shop there which used to get your bucket and spade and your windmills and sweets. They had their rock. They had everything in that shop. They sold everything you could think of that you wanted if you were a little girl or a little boy, you know. That was great there. I loved that shop.
We used to go there to the pier, and we used to go to swimming baths, and we used to go around, you know, looking for boys, have a bit of fun, and then we'd go and dance on the pier, and then Carol had missed the bus home, wouldn't she, or the boat, so we had to sleep underneath the bridge till the next morning, and then I get murdered when I got home. In for a month, she said, in for a month. Yeah, we used to have great fun.